Yes.
Cal, what a game for Jordan and Justin. How happy were you to see them like that?
No, I was really proud of both of them, and Jordan especially because he hadn't had a chance. And then we're trying to get Justin to play a little bit different, and it's helping him, but, you know, you don't understand my game. No, I do. That's why I'm getting you, just do it this way. And he's a difference maker. Z finally practiced, folks. He didn't practice for 2 weeks. How are you going to play him? So he finally practiced. And, you know, he's another one. Aaron played well. Ugo did not play as well this game, but that's fine. Last game he was off the charts. And I told the guys, if someone's playing better than you, they're going to play more than you're going to play. That's how it is. But it was played well, made a lot of shots, but we defended better. We made some changes. But the biggest thing is you saw him dive on the floor. You know, I subbed Antonio in the first half because he didn't dive. You're out. You dive on the floor, you come out. So then they were diving, and I think 2 of them were fake dives, but they at least, even a fake dive is good. So if we start diving on the floor, that's one piece. Then if we figure out defensively the easiest way for these guys to really lock in and guard. But the way we played offensively today, it's you know.
John, a couple of difficult losses. A young team could have come in here and pressed, trying to make things, but your guys didn't seem to do that.
Well, we talked last night, and one of the things I said, you got to play like you have nothing to lose, because that's every team playing us. Every team that plays us. They play like they have nothing to lose. I said, you got to do the same. And the second thing we talked about is you have to commit to defending, because it doesn't matter who's the 5 on the court offensively. But if it matters defensively and you're the issue, you're not playing. And I don't care who you are. So we won games with you not playing well, you not playing well offensively, but we have to lock in defensively. If we become let's just say 8 to 10% better defensively, and we start playing a little more physical, and we're diving on the floor, now the way we score, it's a different deal. But I've said it. I'm not trading this team for any team. I believe in them. I told them that. We have a lot of weapons. We have a lot of playmakers. Will we get better defensively? Will we continue to dive on the floor? Will we take pride in our defense? We worked, but we're going to keep working on three-point defense, three-point shot defense. And we're going to end up, the emphasis that we'll have for the rest of the year, 70% of what we do will be defensively.
Cal, with Z, you said before he was pretty far behind too. What specifically?
He was far behind because he wasn't practicing. And there were, if you want to know what they were, there were like 9 different things that I didn't even realize could happen. And I just, kid, do you ever want to play here? Well, you're going to have to practice. He had his best practice yesterday. So now he's all excited. Yeah, that's how this works. So, and he's a great kid. I mean, he had 3 turnovers today, and all of them were like, why did you do that? Like, you know, just make easy plays. You're such a good player. You don't have to do that. But I'll tell you, he's a difference maker. You can throw lobs to him. How about he can throw a lob to you?
Can he play that many minutes? If he can stay in practice, can he play that much time in game?
Yeah, that means some guys aren't going to play as much. I mean, Jordan played better then. Now, does that mean he should be in there? No, because I like the other kid more. What? I'm just watching the game and just saying, hey, I'm playing the guys that really want to do this. And in another week or two, we're going to have 11 guys. We're going to have 11 guys, and they all can play. So I'd rather have that than 4 guys.
With DJ Outreach more and more running the team's boundary, don't you have a lot of in-game conversations with him? What are you telling him?
Well, he threw a spinner. Why would you do that? I mean, what are you doing? It was like those are in there, and I think he just does it without thinking. But I was telling him today, what he does defensively, he's kind of like Rob is on offense. You got to let him go a little bit, and you got to let him do a couple things and then don't accept it because he'll keep going that way. Reed is defensively. Because he gets his hands on balls, he blocks, he steals, he goes rogue and just leaves. Like, why did you do that? So I got to let some of it go because he is so good with his hands. But I also got to tell him, late in the game, you're not leaving a three-point shooter thinking you're stealing the ball. You can't. You can't go rogue at certain times. But I got to let him do a little bit because I don't know if there's another player that has better hands than he has.
Cal, you mentioned earlier trying to get Justin to play a little different, and that's helping him. Can you expand
I won't.
on just what
No,
you're asking
we'll call it a tweak. How about that?
I'm just using what
There
you
you
said.
go. It's a tweak.
Well, can you expand on?
I did. It's a tweak. It just tweaked a little bit. Having him think, instead of this, just think this way. It's a tweak.
Cal, what's it like walking into a road game where your fans kind of dominate the crowd?
I said on the radio stuff, our fans, they're unbelievable. I mean, we walk in, it's part of the reason I imagine we've had some success up here. We walk in and they're, half the building's blue. And they're really into basketball and really into Kentucky. No, it's amazing. But we'll go to a road game, and all of a sudden, like, how did these people get in? And they figure out, if we're winning at the end, you go Big Blue, go Big Blue, go Big Blue, and you're like, where? How did they get tickets?
John, how you mentioned you got to get them locked in defensively. How hard is it to get young players who are known for being such really good offensive players to start concentrating on defense?
I just told them I'm gonna have to play different people, and I really don't care who you are and how many baskets you score because we're not winning trying to just outscore people. We proved that the 2 games before. Georgia, the first half, why isn't that us? Because I choose not to be that. Okay, then you're going to choose to sit on the bench. We got great kids, though. They listen. They know. I don't get the opinion and hope. There was a lot of hope for us in this game, especially when you heard Trey was out. All of a sudden, the hope was, ooh, going to take a spill. These guys, I just keep telling them, don't buy into any of the stuff. Don't listen to it. You stick together. Said, I've done this a long, long time. The ups and downs of this, that's what it is. It's just at Kentucky, the ups are like, don't sleep for 2 days, and the downs are, I'm going to kill everybody. Everybody needs to leave. I mean, it's just, that's what it is. But if you're going to coach at Kentucky or play at Kentucky, you better deal with it because it's not changing. And I imagine it's been that way for 50 years. Tom Leach said DEFCON 1 or DEFCON 5. There's nothing in between. And that's what it is. I mean, it doesn't faze me because I'm not listening or looking. I don't do social media other than put stuff out. I won't look at anything because it's not going to affect me. And like I said, I'm going to have joy. No one will steal my joy because I got a good team and a good bunch of kids, and they're for each other. So you're not stealing my joy. Say I'm the worst in America ever. Okay, I agree. Can we move on now? Get on to something serious.
Last one. You lost to Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament in March and added motivators.
No. My son being on that staff was.
Let's go. What was that like? What was that like to see him?
I'm just proud of him. He did it on his own. Jerry and I never talked about it. you know, I just said I got to stay clear. I wish he was on my staff, but you know, and I told him all you're doing is adding value, being positive, being there for those kids. That's what you do in that position, and he's done great. So, like I said, I told him he came in, made 12 threes and a half. I said, I know. I mean, we played, but how many teams do this and play like this against us? Like play out of their minds. So isn't it nice that we play out of our minds one time? Let's hope we can keep it going. Thank you, guys.
We'll have